Hey peeps, Tyler here. I noticed my reasons for reading are sort of changing. I'll explain. So I wanted to talk about that and have a discussion. So this is my new answer to why do I read? Disclaimer, this is not to knock anyone else's reasons for reading. If you just read to escape, that is perfectly fine. I'm glad you read and hope you find enjoyment in reading. These are just my reasons for reading, which include enjoyment and what makes reading bring me joy. I'm realizing my reasons for reading may be changing, only not really, but kinda, maybe a little. I became an avid reader in 2015 at the age of 26. I had read before. I started with Goosebumps as a kid back in the 90s, because I'm 35, but I didn't become an avid reader until 2015, at the age of 26. I've always wanted to read a diverse range of stories and viewpoints, but lately I'm noticing I'm really honing in on certain things. I want to read more nonfiction, especially. I've been craving a lot of nonfiction, because I love to learn. I don't always love what I'm learning about, like the fact that horrible things exist, for example. That's awful, but I do love learning. I love learning about animals, about nature, about different people's points of views and worldviews. Like I love memoirs and autobiographies, or biographies in general, about science, about random topics, about what I guess is social justice, disability stuff, disability justice, I'm disabled, queer stuff, I'm also queer and trans, race, etc., and more. I have a constant desire to learn, but on my own terms, not a formal education. I graduated high school in 2007, but that was it for me. The fact I'm physically disabled played a role as well, but I have since realized college isn't for me anyway, not because I couldn't or have anything against it, just because it isn't for me, but that doesn't mean I can't learn. I want learning to be a lifelong journey for me. Likewise, I'm working on writing a novel I hope to publish, so I want to read a lot of books on writing. I also want to read books like what I'm working on, a queer YA fantasy. I also want to read more horror because for a horror fan, I feel really lacking in that area. And I also want to write horror as well and have in the past. So I guess fantasy and horror will be my genres, or at least my main ones. But we'll see, because I'm not going to limit myself in writing. If I want to write something, I'm going to write it. But I also want to write to the best of my ability. So obviously I will not be abandoning fiction, and I also crave diversity. I crave learning about different worldviews, different experiences, different people, seeing how alike we all are, as well as how beautifully unique, learning from each other. I think that's a beautiful part of the world. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of ugliness as well, but again, I don't like feeling ignorant, which we're all ignorant on some things, and that's always going to be a thing. But I just love learning. I just do. So that is what I hope to focus on. And I guess that can be summed up in 3 words: knowledge, creativity, and diversity. Those 3 words sum up why I love to read, what makes reading enjoyable for me, and what I hope to get out of reading. That sounds awesome to me. I can't wait to see what the books I will read have in store for me. Of course, if you have any recommendations, feel free to leave them down below. My link tree is also going to be linked to the description, where you can find my social media like Goodreads and Storygraph. So, like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the bell if you want to. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts, why do you read, etc. And have a nice day.